Good morning, students. Welcome back to maths class. Once again, let's learn the next chapter, congruence of triangles. Dear students, you know the figures which exactly coincide with each other are called congruent figures. For example, the segments of equal lengths, that is when they coincide each other, are called congruent segments. Similarly, the angles of equal measurement are congruent. Now let's learn congruence of triangles. If for a given correspondence, three sides of a triangle are congruent to corresponding three sides of other triangle and three angles of a triangle are congruent to corresponding three angles of the other triangle, then these two triangles are congruent to each other. Let's learn with one example. Look at this figure. You are having two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. If for the correspondence ABC is to PQR, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. My dear students, correspondence means here when you say ABC corresponds to PQR means A goes to P, B goes to Q and C goes to R. That means your point A coincides with point P, A covers P, whereas B goes to Q and C goes to R. Look at this, A goes to P, B goes to Q and C goes to R. Then angle A is congruent to P, B is congruent to Q, C is congruent to R, and all the three sides, that is segment AB is congruent to PQ, segment BC is congruent to QR and segment AC is congruent to PR. That means all those six elements are congruent to other six elements of the other triangle. Dear students, to show that a pair of triangles is congruent, it is not necessary to show that all six corresponding parts of the two triangles are congruent. If three specific parts of one triangle are congruent with the three corresponding parts of the other triangle respectively, then the remaining three corresponding parts are also congruent with other. It means the specific three parts ascertain the test of congruence. Now let's learn test of congruence. Let's learn SSS test. Means side test. As the name suggests, there are three sides. Here, all the three sides of one triangle are congruent to all the three sides of other triangle respectively with the correspondence. Now, look at these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Here, congruent sides are shown in the figure. They are marked. So, write in triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Look at this mark 1, 2 and 3. Here also mark 1, 2 and 3. So here side AB double mark will be congruent to side PQ. Side AB is congruent to side PQ. So write down side AB congruent to side PQ. Similarly, side BC single mark is congruent to side QR single mark. Also, side AC from the first triangle is congruent to side PR, the second triangle. So you can say AB is congruent to PQ, BC is congruent to QR, and AC is congruent to PR. You can take any one side first and you can find out the congruent side of the other triangle. But always write side of the first triangle and then the side of the other triangle. Don't mix up. Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. Now here we will write by SSS test, which is the short form of side 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 test. I hope you understood. Next test, SAS test. Here you can see angle is included between two sides. So there are two sides and angle is in between. So side, angle, and again side. So look at these two triangles, triangle XYZ and triangle PQR. Here there are two sides and one angle is included between these two sides. So 100% this is SAS test. So let's learn SAS test. SAS test. If two sides and the included angle of a triangle are congruent to two corresponding sides and the included angle of other triangle, then two triangles are congruent to each other. So very much clear in this figure. In triangle XYZ and triangle PQR, take one side XY, and the corresponding side is PQ. So side XY is congruent to side PQ. In bracket you can write given if you want. And then angle X is congruent to angle P, and side XZ is congruent to side PR. Once again it is given. Therefore triangle XYZ is congruent to triangle PQR by SAS test. ASA test. Angle side angle test. Now here you can see side is in between two angles. So let's learn ASA test. If two angles and the included side of a triangle are congruent to two corresponding angles and the included side of the other triangle, then two triangles are congruent to each other. Here two angles and included side, two angles and included side. So you can write in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, angle B is congruent to Q given. Similarly, angle C is congruent to R given, and in between these two angles, side BC is congruent to side QR. So write angle B congruent to angle Q, side BC is congruent to QR, and angle C is congruent to angle R. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by ASA test. AAS test or angle side test. You can also say side angle test. In this, two angles are away from one side. So write, if two angles and non-included side of a triangle are congruent to two corresponding angles and non-included side of other triangle, then two triangles are congruent to each other. In triangle LMN and PQR, there are two angles. MN is included side, which we don't consider, either this or that. Here it is given LM, which is not included, so non-included side. Similarly here, side PQ is non-included side. Thus it is SAA test or AAS test. So you can write here Side LM is congruent to side PQ. Angle M is congruent to Q. N is congruent to R. So side angle side LM congruent to side PQ, angle M congruent to angle Q, and angle N is congruent to angle R. You can just see here by SAA test. You can write AAS test also. Next one is hypotenuse side test. It is only for right angle triangles. So once you see right angle triangles, try to check whether you can use hypotenuse side test or not. Look at these figures, geometrical figures, triangles. Triangle ABC, triangle PQR. Two right angle triangles are given. So write in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, angle B, which is equal to Q, is equal to 90 degree, or you can write in right angle triangle ABC and right angle triangle PQR. Take hypotenuse, which is AC, is congruent to PR. So write AC congruent to PR. And side AB, there are two other sides. Any one side, side AB is congruent to side PQ. These two things are given to you. So by hypotenuse side test, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. I hope you understood these tests. Now with the help of this, we can solve practice set 13.1. So let's begin practice set 13.1. Question number 1. In each pair of triangles in the following figures, parts bearing identical marks are congruent. State the test and correspondence of vertices by which triangles in each pair are congruent. My dear students, I'll try to solve the given problem in very systematic and illustrative way. I do hope that you will write the way I'm writing here in your exam. Question number 1. Look at this. Here marks are given and here it is given. So very well you can see that here angles are given. So one angle, you consider one triangle only first. So one angle is given, one side is given. Whenever you see two joint triangle, always try to understand that there may be one common side. Maybe one common side. Here you see one common side is there. So that means one common side is congruent to other one. This side is common to this triangle also, this triangle also. So look at this. One side congruent to other, common side, and one angle, and this angle is included angle. So side, angle, side. So orally you can say, you can use SAS test, but let's write in detail. So just write in triangle WXZ. See how I'm doing. WXZ and WYZ. So there are two triangles, WXZ and triangle WYZ. Now side WX is congruent to side WY. Now this side WZ, it is common to both the angles, triangles. So side WZ is congruent to side WZ, common side. Very important part, very important aspect. And then angle XWZ is congruent to YWZ. So you can see here side, angle, side. So by the correspondence, XWZ is to YWZ, you will write triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle WZY. by SS test. Now correspondence means when you fold it and try to cover each other, coincide each other, X will go to Y, Z will go to Z, and W will go to W. W will go to W, so W goes to W first, correspondence is here, WW. And then X goes to Y, X goes to Y, first X, so first Y, X goes to Y, W goes to W, and your Z goes to Z, Z goes to Z. So I hope you followed. Let's go to the second question to understand more. Once again, these two triangles are joined. So here common side is IJ or JI. So you have two triangles. One thing is here, these two triangles are right angle triangle. Once you get right angle triangle, chances are there that you can use hypotenuse side test. So I'll try hypotenuse side test. In triangle IJK and triangle IJL, angle IJK will be equal to angle IJL, that is equal to 90 given. That means it is right angle triangle. Now this hypotenuse IK and here IL, they are congruent. So write hypotenuse IK congruent to hypotenuse IL. It is also given. These are marked identical. Now here side IJ is congruent to side IJ. Right reason, common side. Therefore by the correspondence IJK, IJL, look at this, IJK, K goes to L, I goes to I, and J goes to J. When you fold it and try to coincide each other, therefore triangle IJK congruent to triangle IJL by hypotenuse side test. This way you completed second question. Third question, look at this. It looks like rectangle, but you don't know whether it is rectangle or not. Here if you consider one triangle, two sides are given, triangles are joined, so one common side may be here. HF is common side, so we are done. Now 1 2 3, we got three sides. Here also we got three sides. That means we can use side. That means S test. So let's proceed further. In triangle HEF and triangle HGF, here I have not considered the correspondence, but these two different triangles, and try to find out the corresponding sides, congruent sides. So side HE is congruent to side FG, single marked, starting from this corner and this corner. So HEFG. Then side EF, E open one, and this is a corner side, so EF. Similarly here GH, again it is given. And then lastly you can say side HF is congruent to side FH, this way and this way, or the same you can write. This is common side. Therefore triangle HEF is congruent to triangle HGF by SSS test, side test. By correspondence HEF is to FGH, H goes to F, E goes to G, and your F goes to H. You try to take such type of figure, cut it, and then remove two triangles, mark the vertices, and try to cover each other, and let's check which are the vertices corresponding to each other. Very well, you can say H goes to F, E goes to G, and F goes to H. Question number 4. Here this question is very simple because look at these two triangles. Here this side is included side and these two angles are at the corner. Same way this side is included side, whereas these two are at the end of the segment. Now in triangle SMA and triangle OPT, these two triangles, angle S is congruent to angle O, it is given to you. Again angle M is congruent to angle P, it is also given. And included side SM is congruent to side OP, side SM and OP. This S angle S, this M angle M, this O angle O, this P angle P. This way you can just correlate and understand the things and write the answer. Therefore triangle SMA congruent to triangle OPT by ASA test. Two angles are at the extreme corners at the end, and S, that is the side, is included between them. In the correspondence SMA OPT, S goes to O, M goes to P and A goes to T. Last question. Before I have told you, when you see these two triangles touching each other, then you may have common side, but here already three parts are given which are congruent to other three corresponding parts, so you don't have to check the remaining part or element. Directly you can say in triangle TNM, TNM and TNS, side TM is congruent to side TS, write down, given. And this angle which is MTN is congruent to STN, again given, write down here, given. And angle TNM congruent to TNS. So all three parts are congruent. Therefore triangle TNM is congruent triangle TNS by SAA test. Here this side is non-included side. Here non-included side. In the correspondence T and M, T goes to T, N goes to N, but M goes to S, or M correspond to S. Thus you got the sufficient conditions to prove the given two triangles congruent by using the test. Thank you very much.